You want to know how to build big, round shoulders? You got to work that rear delt. Today I'm going to show you my 3 favorite exercises to blow at the back of your shoulders. First up, we got chest-supported rear delt flies. So you can do these just bent over if you like. I like to do these because it saves my lower back. So we're going to do lighter weight. So anytime we're working rear delts, we want to make sure we don't use too heavy a weight, because if you use too heavy of a weight, those rear delts aren't going to work for you. So it's going to be upper back. So I got 12 pounds here. I'm going to let my shoulders and chest roll over the bench. I want my arms bent, but locked in that position. So we're not straight and we're not all the way like this. We're somewhere in between, and I'm locked in that position. So once my arms are in this position, they're not moving from there. So from here, I'm just pushing my pinkies away from each other, and I'm squeezing at the top for a half second. Again, these rear delts, if you're not strict with that weight in the form, the back of the shoulders will not do the work. It's going to become all traps and upper back. So we're going to make sure we're squeezing, coming down under control. Squeeze, under control. So on these, we want about 3 to 4 sets, and we want 12 to 20 reps. So the first set, you can hit about 15 to 20, go up in weight. Next set, do about 12 to 15. And that last set, you can really try to push the weight and go for 12 reps. Again, keeping your form strict, making sure the rear delts are doing the work. Next up, we have the rope Y raise, or some people call it a face pull. So this one, you got to be really strict. In general, with rear delts, you have to be strict with the form, but this one, you really got to pay attention to your form and make sure you're doing it right. Again, so those rear delts will take over. So check your weight. We don't want too heavy of weight here, or the traps are going to take over. So I got about 50 pounds here. Grabbing it all the way to the end, and what I'm going to do is my pulley is set about waist height. I don't want it face height, I don't want it high, I want it waist height, so I can really pull into a Y. So I'm starting waist height, I'm pulling into a Y over my head, and I'm coming down. So my wrists at the top are turned down, just like that. So my wrists aren't straight, they're turned down. And then as I approach the back, I'm not pulling all the way back, actually pulling to my face. That's going to start targeting those traps a little bit harder. So we want to stop just short of that, let those rear delts take over. So again, the form is here. Make that Y, come down, under control. Make sure nothing's slinging around. Again, want to make sure those rear delts are taking the brunt of the work. Stopping just short of pulling all the way past your face. Making the rear delts do the work. Keeping those wrists turned down. Squeezing those delts. If shoulders are a problem area for you, check out my library and subscribe to the channel. I have tons of videos on shoulder training, how to bring up weak shoulders, things you're doing wrong for shoulders. So subscribe to the channel and check out the library. Next, we have one arm cable pull apart, we'll call it. So for the longest time, I was doing these, the double arm version of these, and those still work really well. But about a year ago, I switched to the single arm just so I can isolate each of my delts separate from each other to make sure the weaker one was getting the same amount of work as my stronger one. So what we're doing here, getting that one hand, grab it right above that stopper. Coming here, I want to come across my body, same form as those dumbbell chest supported rear delt flies. I want to keep that arm in that bent position, pulling and squeezing. Stretch across that body, pull apart. Stretch across the body, pull back. And same thing as those rope face pulls. We don't want to come all the way back and go up there. That's traps. We want to stop just short of that arm, coming all the way back. Keep that tension on that rear delt. Stretch across your body, pushing across. Pushing across. So we want about 3 sets, 12 to 15 reps here, but those 12 to 15 reps, as you saw, were strict and focused on squeezing that rear delt. For those of you who stuck around for the whole video, I got a bonus exercise, and this is something I'm doing twice a week sometimes. Sometimes I do this on chest day to really get my shoulders and delts warmed up, but I'm definitely doing it on my full shoulder day. So I'm doing 30 band pull aparts, superset with 10 band over and back. So pull aparts are just here. I got this light band, pulling apart so that band touches my chest, and I'm squeezing right there. So I'm doing 30 of these. Again, keeping those arms in that semi-bent or semi-locked position, okay? I'm hitting 30. Let's say this is 30 right here. Then I'm taking that band and coming to my waist. I'm coming all the way up and back over for 10 passes. Again, making sure those rear delts are pulling me back. So I'm doing 10 of these. Supersetting with 30 of those pull aparts. And again, that'll really get those shoulders warmed up, but also fry those rear delts. All right, guys, that's all she wrote for today. So here's how it worked with those exercises into your current program. So you got 4 exercises. What I would do is pick one of those exercises and do 4 sets of the given reps after your back day. So let's say after all your back training is done, your rows, your pull downs, work 4 sets of one of those exercises, whether it be the rear delt fly on the bench, the cable pull apart, whatever it may be. one exercise, 4 sets on back day, and then take those other 3 exercises on your main shoulder day and work those there. And then when you do get to that main shoulder day, you're gonna take 2 of those exercises and superset them. So let's say you're doing your rear dumbbell fly, chest supported, you would do your 15 to 20, then get up and immediately do that band pull apart for 30 and then 10. So you're gonna work a superset of 2 of those exercises, and then you're gonna save that very last exercise and work on its own. So that's how it'll incorporate these exercises into your current plan. So yeah, there are tons of other rear delt exercises. People are gonna be in the comments saying, how do I do this, I do that. They all work. I'm just telling you what worked great for me and what still works great for me to build big, nasty 3D rear delts. So if you like this video, guys, and you wanna see more, subscribe to the channel. As always, stay swole.